But I don't know what happened, but...
Back now on EA Sports as we welcome you to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. We're in the first quarter play, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb.
Oh, my God.
A big play that time out of Chubb. 44 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think.
You're a bomb. You. Yo. Nigga, wait. I'll put you in the game. How that shit work on this shit? You suck. You shouldn't even have got all them yards.
As far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he caught that. And it's picked up by the Panthers. They're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Bro, you're capping. Controller select. That's you.
That's serious, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, that's you.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. You got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team himself.
Too strong. They get there and take him down. K-Ron short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off. Here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
They begin this drive with Chubb. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Breaks free again, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Chubb. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Oh, my God. That was
and takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run. Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Browns offense working their way back out here, Charles. And one thing is already for sure about these Browns. They're not going to lack for storylines. You think about this. So this team has not had a winning record since George W. Bush was president, was 0-16 2 years ago. And now they're not just getting playoff buzz. They're getting Super Bowl buzz.
Well, partner, it shows what getting the right quarterback to lead your franchise can do for you, because Baker Mayfield has taken that city, and I would dare say the league, by storm, and played awfully well.
Here comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bruce Irvin, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto. and they just did it.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Niggas be trash, bro.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books.
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go, boy, bring it up. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the...
And for the third time here in this hit. And a lost football.
Oh, my God. Whoa.
And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. And looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming something.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Put out. Put out.
And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble.
I got it back,
I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done.
Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. They're spinning now.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he breaks a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. Right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break.
Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's got Njoku over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they look pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
I swear to my mom.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
We out to the kick.
The big man get the oxygen tank away. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And off the crossbar. No. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
He fumbled one time, dude.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case, I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy.
No, fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Try. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 41 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Oh, my God, shit.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
You got 4 interceptions and 6 tackles.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, There have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Duncan O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Watch the pass. Rush in.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for the Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. That's correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Boland, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, and Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess
oh, Lord. Yo, deserve
to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Oh, my God.
Now open field.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Christian McCaffrey, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pull it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he has the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead.
Rico wants from us. I'm playing the win, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit, bro.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Heading out, it's a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he'll be taken down.
I'm gonna shit play right now.
Territory.
Hold on. Let me shit play with this nigga real quick. Oh, I can't shit play during broadcasts, Jerry.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Nigga is retarded, man. Nigga is retarded. That's the definition of niggas be moving too hard.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. Well, he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
What do you fight for it? What do you fight for it?
On 1st and 10, Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
I'm going to send you this clip that I played him last game, bro. I made this nigga.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
To my eyes to see mirrors. He's getting stronger as this game moves along.
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
Christian McCaffrey, 51 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having.
Deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3 and second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Oh, my God.
Now Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Nah, what is Luke doing, bro?
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that breaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the field.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. K1 short, bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. To throw, Mayfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hogs and picking passes off.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pump it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. from the 30 on second down.
Like, how you come up?
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
I'm on your body. I'm on your body.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they get a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That time a 6-play drive, and Carolina scores to cap it off.
Every year I do this shit.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Happy New Year to this nigga. Happy New Year.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Oh my!
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, bro, I tell y'all. All the niggas that view this wild, that nigga.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Bruce Irvin in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Oh, my God.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips. Hands low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Mayfield, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Shot from Mayfield here. Dancing to his left. Big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion.
All right, so let's look at the
victory. And
I went
on
100%
completion. Hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their...
Yo, what you doing, cuz? Oh, what's up with you, cuz? That's that soul loser shit. Niggas be one of that. Mess up the game and shit. Niggas be on that. Well, basically, Rico Finesse. How did you do today? I mean, I feel like I did pretty well. I feel like I bust this nigga ass. I feel like I violated this nigga. I feel like this nigga was very unexperienced, trying to play against a very experienced nigga. And I feel like I'm the greatest, and this nigga is garbage. This nigga came in my domain and my crib to think he was motherfucking good. So I slapped this little stupid nigga around, bitch ass nigga. You can't get jiggy with this, you bitch ass nigga. Michael Blackson was. They're in. I'm gonna put you can put the headphones in and you can explain how you feel about the game. This nigga is so upset, so I'm gonna speak for him. I feel like I played a pretty bad game. I feel like I was never really good at the game. I feel like I suck, and I always suck. But fuck y'all niggas. Then, hey man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe, man. I just beat this trash talking ass nigga. He a bum.